After 37 years of serving the Columbus Police Department, Chief Freddie Blackmon will take paid leave and retire at the end of this month. Those new developments coming out of a special call meeting of the City Council late today. And our Catrice Nolan joins us live from outside Columbus Council chambers with more on what was discussed. So Catrice, this executive session going on for until about an hour or two ago. Tell us more about what happened in there.
Well, Jason, I can tell you the room was very tense as private citizens, about 24 of them, were waiting in the lobby for about an hour and 20 minutes to find out what came out of executive session. And as they listened to the city attorney, Clifton Fay, read a resolution, and that resolution said that the chief would be offered a severance package in the form of retirement at $400,000 with benefits, as well as he is set to retire by April 20th or April 30th, I should say. I apologize. Now, we just moments ago received a media release from Mayor Skip Henderson, and it reads in part, quote, "Today, April 6th, Chief Blackmon of the Columbus Police Department announced his retirement from the police force. His retirement will be effective as of April 30th, 2023, and he will be on leave as of April 6th. 2023, end quote, which of course, as we know, is today. And again, that retirement set to go into effect April 30th. So that means that the chief will not be returning to the Columbus Police Department. And also, we talked to several people who were very upset after they came out of listening to that resolution be read by Clifton Fay. Several members of the community yelled out, "It's a joke." But take a listen at what some of those people had to say after that resolution was read aloud.
Sobering and also disappointing time in the life of our city, particularly our city councilors who have taken an easy way out with a severance package instead of working with the chief to accomplish the goals in which he stated. Essentially, our city council is a joke.
This is a loss to the community of Columbus, Georgia. Here we have a man that is Quantico trained, FBI trained, and he has given his life to serving the citizens of the community. And we in Columbus, we feel the impact of this loss of Chief Freddie Blackmon. And we also feel that our city council did not stand up for the desires of the constituency in which they were elected.
Now, the next question is, what is going to happen next? According to the press release released by the mayor's office, it says, quote, "Looking forward, the mayor is expected to name an interim chief in the near future, and the search for a new police chief will begin. And we hope, or as it says, we hope that during this time of transition, the people of our city will come together and make Columbus a strong and united community." The press release also lists several of the accomplishments of Freddie Blackmon, saying that he has served for 37 years on the police force and worked his way up from patrol officer to major before being named as chief back in 2020. So, of course, this is still developing, as again, my colleague Amaya Graham did speak to the mayor after that executive session and after we were called back into the room for the announcement read aloud by City Attorney Clifton Fay. She will have that portion of this story later tonight in our other newscasts. But for now, reporting in Columbus, Catrice Nolan, WTVM News Leader 9.
This has definitely fractured the community. And quick question for you, Catrice, before we let you go. What was it like for Chief Blackmon? Because he was there. We saw video of him going in and out of that room, and you were telling us a little bit about it earlier. What was his emotion during all this?
Jason, he looked rather somber, if you will. He sat and stood in the lobby with the rest of everyone else and stood there by himself, didn't talk to many people, and was waiting. I really couldn't read much of his emotion. He just was very aloof, maybe distant, if you want to use that word to describe his emotion. I can tell you, after he left the room, he did tell me he did not want to make a comment, and he seemed a little different after hearing that resolution read aloud. And again, he did not interact with too many people. No one really addressed him, came up to him and talked to him. He just stood by himself as we were all waiting.
Yeah, whether people agree with the decision or not, some closure from both sides, and now we move on, and there will be a new police chief for Columbus. All right, thank you so much, Catrice.